Good evening, everybody. This is meteorologist Andrew Pinero with a special weekend outlook forecast the day after tomorrow. That's going to be the big thing, the day after tomorrow. Before we get to that, I just want to go through the rest of tonight and tomorrow. And yes, we will talk about some snow totals. So, tomorrow, or tonight to tomorrow, pretty dry. It's cloudy out right now, so I'm going to step off to the side here. And you're going to be able to see, yeah, it's pretty overcast. There's nothing really going on at the moment. And that's going to be the case pretty much for the rest of tonight going into the first part of your day tomorrow. That's going to be not that bad of a day. It's going to be fairly calm. So, in terms of a pick of the weekend, you're definitely going to have your pick of the weekend on Saturday, which also gives you some time for maybe a little bit of some storm prep, because what it looks like is going to be happening is going late tomorrow. I'd say we may start seeing some flurries here and there, maybe around 5 o'clock, and then by about 8 or 9 p.m. tomorrow. This is where the situation begins. This is where it starts. And we're going to be seeing some moderate snow in the first part of the night, say 8 p.m. till about midnight. After midnight, that's when most of the precipitation comes in. So we could be seeing heavy snow. And some areas can have prolonged heavy snow. So multiple hours of, say, 2 to maybe even 3 inches of snow per hour. So there are areas, and this is going to be up near, say, Albany, that can, yes, be 12 to 24 inches of snow. That is a possibility. I am not saying it's a low possibility or a high possibility, but there is a good chance that areas around Albany can be seeing 12 to 24 inches of snow. Once you get a bit more south of that, now we're starting to get into the Hudson Valley. So, and a little part of New Jersey. So, Sussex and those higher elevation areas, going into northern Orange, or like Sullivan, Ulster, Dutchess County, those counties are in the 6 to 12 inch range. And the 6 to 12 inch range, this is where the lower end, the 6 inch range, that's been a challenge to forecast for. Right now, with the snow total map that I'm going to put up in a couple minutes, we're going to be seeing that 6 inch mark of the 6 to 12, maybe even getting as far south as northern Rockland County and northern Westchester County. It's kind of right on the Westchester County into the Putnam area. That's where we could be seeing that 6 to 12 inch, or maybe on the higher end of the 3 to 6 inch mark. And kind of a diagonal line, you'll see this in just a minute, but the Hudson Valley is split between that 3 to 6 and 6 to 12. Now, the other issue with the Hudson Valley going into northwest New Jersey is ice. Once you get north of that, yeah, it's going to be a lot of snow because there's a lot of moisture in the air. It's primed, it's ready to go. That's the temperature is the big question now. So, the Hudson Valley may be seeing half an inch to maybe an inch or a tad bit over an inch of ice accumulation. That is the very dangerous part. Now, what we're going to be seeing, say, in those two bands, the 3 to 6 and the 6 to 12 inch. So that's pretty much encompassing all of the Hudson Valley, going up into a little bit of Sullivan and Ulster County at the higher end of the 12 inch. Once you get north of that Sullivan County mark, that kind of goes into the 12 plus, so there's not much ice. The ice mark on the lower end, that can go as far south as just barely north of New York City. And that's going to be kind of a diagonal, following almost a 45-degree angle, maybe a little bit lower than that, into Connecticut, into Massachusetts. That's where we could see quite a bit of ice. Yeah, you would think half an inch to an inch. Oh, that doesn't sound much, but of ice, that is a lot. The snow, it's fluffy. It can be fluffy, but ice is heavy. And if you have an inch, or let's say even say a half an inch of ice accumulation on a power line that's spanning maybe 20 feet, that is a lot of weight, and that's enough weight to just yank those power lines down. Same thing with any of these tree branches here. If you have half an inch of ice accumulation on these tree branches, even up to an inch, that's enough to just break them down. And these tree branches can break down into power lines and cause power lines to come down. So power outages definitely a concern for your day on Sunday. And in terms of timing, continuing that conversation, so that the transition from heavy snow between about midnight to 4 or 5 a.m., then it starts transitioning at about that 5 a.m. mark to some sleet, some freezing rain. So that's that wintry, messy sleet and ice. That's going to be, say, between 5 a.m., maybe through mid-morning, a little bit into late morning. These timings are still not a certainty just because of where the temperature is. Now, the bulk of the precipitation is still going to be going on during that time frame. What the issue, though, is also after the bulk of the precipitation makes its way through, on the backside of that low pressure system, it's going to be bringing in Arctic air, very cold air from Canada. That's going to be coming in through the afternoon. So if there is any precipitation that is lingering, any moisture that's still lingering into the afternoon on Sunday, it will be snow. And I don't think much because, again, the bulk of the precipitation is out of the picture. But we could still be dealing with maybe another inch or two on top by the time we get to later on into the afternoon on Sunday. And then by Sunday evening, 4 or 5 o'clock, it should be pretty much wrapping up into the overnight hours, Sunday into Monday. It's pretty much going to be done. But the overnight low temperatures that are going to be coming through the area Sunday into Monday, some areas can see below 0 degrees Fahrenheit. And I've talked about this in yesterday's Rex weather video. That's going to be maybe around negative 20 degrees Celsius. So we can see very cold. This is going to be the coldest air of the season. That's going to be coming through late Sunday, going into Monday. And that's cause for concern as well. Because any kind of rain that happens through the day, any liquid water that accumulated from melting snow, melting ice, that's just barely above freezing. Once that Arctic air comes through, it's going to refreeze. We could have some flash freezing going on. And that's going to be an issue because salt, like we just threw some salt down. Salt, regular road salt, becomes ineffective below 16 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you have the brine, spreading the brine that you may see some of these sprayers through the road, that can go colder. But regular rock salt, that is ineffective essentially below 16 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's what's going to happen late Sunday going into Monday. So we do have quite a ride over the next couple of days. Round 1 done. That's pretty much all melted, all gone by today. Round 2 is this Sunday. Round 3 will be on Wednesday. However, that looks like it's going to be warming up a little bit more. So it's not going to be all snow. It's going to be not all rain. It's going to be maybe a little bit of a mix between mostly rain and a little bit of snow. But that's the next storm. Remember, we're taking this 2 storms at a time. We just are going through today, and then we got Sunday. So that's going to be a pretty bad weekend outlook forecast video going into Sunday. But definitely check back often. Hit that little subscribe button below and then the bell icon right next to that so you get notified whenever I upload a video like this or I do go live. I'm not sure if I'm going to be going live for this weekend, but I'll be trying to get some videos up on the weekend that I usually don't just because of what we're going through. So it's not the worst storm in history, but it's something you have to prepare for. That pretty much wraps up this video, everybody. This is meteorologist Andrew Pinero. Please stay safe. If I don't see you through Sunday, please use caution and try not to go out at all on Sunday. And I'll see you all in the next video.